And where are you located for the people watching? Where are you at?
Well, it's I don't know who is watching, so I have to be a little bit, incognito about where I'm from.
What's this?
But let's just go with the DMV. These
Oh,
days, I'm in the DMV. It's been a little bit of time I've been here.
okay, okay. A little bit of time, you said.
Just a little bit of time. Let's give it, 10 plus years plus.
So where are you
Just a
from?
little bit of time. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
Mm. And I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want. What made you move to the DMV? Because that seems like a jump from New England.
So it is a jump from New England. However, I must, I like the city, right? So I was drawn to DC first. Yes, it was the chocolate. Yes, it was the food. And of course, my last name actually drew me to DC, but we'll move on from that. I ended up landing in Baltimore.
Got
Baltimore.
that.
Shout out to, Chicken Box City, Charm City, West Side, the best side, I mean, depending on where you from, West Side, but
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. And give us a birthday. If you're not comfortable giving out your birthday, then
I'm
give
a
it.
Leo. I'm August the first day of the month. Absolutely. Once you pay that rent, think about me. You can hit my cash app. Come on now, I'll leave it in the chat.
Oh my Lord, you sound like a character. I'm sure whoever connects you will have a good time at the least. I'm five. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. But we're gonna keep it going. So tell me, what would you consider to be some of your strengths as a person?
I'm a natural leader. I like to communicate. Um, Communication is truly a strength of mine, written and verbal. Um, I'm very, very accommodating to others. Typically, Leos can be a little self-centered, but I like to be more about my family and those around me before I think about myself. So
Respect it, respect it. So follow up with some of your weaknesses.
the weaknesses, my personality is a lot to take. I can be a bit abrasive. Not everybody can take, you know, um, the the switch, and I say the switch because oftentimes this is the LGBTQ with the rest of the acronyms, right? So I just want to be sure that we're all on one accord. So if we're on one accord, that would mean that everybody can't take the switch. So I am masculine and feminine. During the daytime, you may get the masculine unless you're getting on my nerves. Then you're gonna get red, and that's when the femme comes out. Um, Oftentimes when there's a partner involved, that's when the femme comes out. You know what I'm saying? But the masculine can come out if you try me.
Mm. So you say that that your personality is a bit of both. You won't get 100% masculine all the time, energy all the time, and you won't get 100% feminine energy all the time. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely. I like your breakdown.
Okay, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that for personal because I'm a person. I give both energies. So
hmm
I dig that. Do you have any kids?
I do have children. I have two little girls. One who is, no longer with me. She's actually with her father. And, that relationship unfortunately is no longer. So she stayed with her father. She was a furry daughter.
No longer.
She was a dog. She's
Uh,
a dog. She's still here, most definitely. She just lives with her father. I was a step parent. Let's go with that. But I
I'm
most definitely was big. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was talking over you, love. What was that last thing you said?
She was a furry animal, right? So she was a dog, and I loved her like she was my own, but she wasn't my own. I was a step parent.
Uh, I understand that. When we get in relationships, that's one of the things we risk relationships with everybody attached to that partner, that particular person. I heard you mention your ex. How long have you been single?
I've been single for a year and a month at this point, but yeah, it's been a year.
For everybody who just coming in, we got Darnell. Um,
Yeah.
Darnell is fluid with the pronouns in the DMV area. So Darnell says that one of his strengths is communication, which I could definitely see based on this interaction. Um, and you've been single for you said a year, about it, approximately a year.
Yep, about a year.
Okay, that sounds good. And I'm sorry earlier. What's your age? How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, so we got a grown man in the building.
A grown man.
I appreciate it. I ain't mad.
Okay.
Okay. Um. So in relationship, Darnell, what is what would initially be a deal breaker if anybody's interested in dating you? What deal breakers?
Lies are a deal breaker to me. As I say, I like communication. I like to talk. So I felt like you could tell me I'm a big boy, literally and figuratively. So I felt like you can tell me and I could take it. But I think also I couldn't be with someone, or I wouldn't want to be with someone who does not have dreams and goals, aspirations that they're truly working towards. Um, I am one of those people who always got something going, right? I'm moving.
Okay.
So then you have others that I need people who's gonna match me and what I'm doing. Put it like that.
Match your energy. Brought up
Match my energy.
what you doing. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm an office manager for a dental vision practice, and we also, or rather, I also coordinate for specialty services as well. And
You work
then I
praying.
work in Washington, D.C.
Do you travel at all?
I do. We recently were in Vegas. That was May last month.
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah. My home company is in Colorado, so I spend a lot of time in Colorado.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So are you open to meeting people that are in those cities?
Yes, I like to travel. A flight is a beautiful thing.
We'll get into more of that. We will definitely get more of that. Do you affiliate or identify with any particular religion?
Oh, okay. Because I got nervous when you said, "Am I affiliated?" I was, oh, okay. Um, I I was raised Christian, so I most definitely still keep those beliefs.
Hmm.
I'm not an avid church goer.
And I can relate.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh my Lord. Um, what qualities do you want in a partner, Donna? What are you?
I'm looking for drive. I'm looking for stability within that person, right? I feel like you should have stability within yourself before coming to a new relationship. Um,
Things
I'm
like
looking,
things like that. Ability.
yes, I think you should have your own of everything. First of all, I think when you over 30, there are certain things that you should want to have for yourself, right? And that should just be what you're sticking towards. And I've always been hard on myself with things like that. So yeah, um, I'm looking for somebody who is unremarkable. I don't want them to be. I really don't want to be able to put a word on what I feel when I'm around this person. I really want them to be truly something genuine, something unique, you know. And when I speak about something, I'm speaking about their personality, how they treat others. Um, I don't have a cat, right? I don't have a cat. Um, I'm obviously not looking for. Um, I'm sorry.
Hypothetically, if a 70-year-old be open,
Okay, so that's a cat, right? Okay. Um, let's go with Let's go with 65. Let me tell you why. Though it's time for you to retire and you're able to, and hopefully you had that job that was able to retire you, no Sade. Um, you may want to travel and things like that, do the things that I want to do. So I think I'm into that. I think so, right? I think that everybody is different, and sometimes age can be a matter of perception in your head, right? But you're not really, you'd rarely see me with someone that was 65. I would think you would rarely see that. Just like it would be very rare for you to see me dating someone who was very, very young in their 20s. While I feel like those are development years. So my most recent ex was actually in his 40s. Um, yes, I think I like the 40s. I think they always have something to see. Obviously, you can see my smile changes, right? I do like the a high pitched voice. I'm not with the high pitched voice. Not higher than mine. I feel like mine is an octave too high, and I can't sing. So it just unfortunately is that you wouldn't make the cut. I'm really not into anyone. I would like to get my nails done with my. I mean, I got my nails done with my ex, but it's not. If you get stickers on your nails or you get your nails painted into a color, it's probably not going to be something that I'm interested in because I'm probably looking to do that from time to time when I'm feeling in my cunty phase.
Um, you answered that. Oh, I'm sorry. I just made a whole assumption, but I guess you answered it. I'm assuming you identify sexually as gay, sexual orientation.
I don't identify. I just don't know why people think that that's a thing to do. Like, identify. Why do I have to identify? Like, who's asking? Psych. I am the gays. I'm the G and the LGB. So I'm the gays. I rep for the gays. Team bottom, verse bottom, team verse. Yes, you have to be at the top of your game. You could play a little bit in the sandbox. I like a little versatility, but it's very stop playing. Not too much, girl. Thank you.
I
And
take
if
it.
I
I,
feel like I had to say grow, then it's not. It's a no go for me. You're immediately my sis, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Thank you.
right now. All right. Now, you don't have to answer the question if you don't want to, but I would love for you to. When was the last time you had sex?
The last time I had sex was last month. I had an appointment before Vegas. Yes, when we do it. So I was, I don't, it was a work trip. Okay. It was a
Uh-huh.
work trip, everybody. I just want to, okay. But no, prior to Vegas, I had to get my life together because it was a work trip. Get your life. Sometimes we deal with everybody for different reasons. On both sides. That's no shade. We both deal with each other for specific reasons. There's just that. They're not looking for anything in particular. I'm not looking for anything in particular from them. So it's a mutual understanding. So for me, well, first of all, you won't have to be concerned about that person. They got the cut, but in the future, I'm transparent. I'm not polyamorous, but I'm not opposed to having a conversation. I'm not one to cheat, but I'm not opposed to having a conversation about an open relationship. Um, yeah, so that's me. I don't want to keep going with that because I can go off in a tangent. Polyamorous relationship, I feel like um we would, in my mind and minds, we'd be living together and be truly sharing space with three people. That's a challenge for me. I don't really like sharing my space. At this point, I don't want to share my space with more than one person and a dog. Because I did that successfully, that was good. I was okay with that. But if we add in real people, I feel like that's just a bit much for me. Also, I require attention, right? So, in my household, I can't be sharing my attention in my household. I feel like that's something ain't right with that with me. Um, Okay.
All right. So we got here, people. We got Darnell 32 DMV. Darnell is gay. Darnell prefers someone who is more masculine than him. Darnell shared with us that he is a versatile bottom. Darnell is open regarding pronouns. Pretty fluid about that. Darnell says that communication and drive are his biggest strength. He works as an office manager. He travels occasionally in on the West Coast, Colorado and Vegas. You said right, Darnell?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And since we are talking about traveling, would you be willing to relocate for love? If someone who is not in the DMV area hit you up and you connected, would you be open to that?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Night in or night out, Darnell? Which would you prefer?
I would like to start out and work my way back into the house. Start with a nice evening dinner. Work my way back into the house as we get the ice cream. Bring the ice cream in the house. Do some things in the house. Eat the ice cream. Have a good night.
Yes, yes. I'm only saying that because I'm a in the house kind of girl. Neither. Jordan, I'm telling you, if I was single and if you was into the honey, we we might have a connection, baby. You sound like a
Mm,
really dope, interesting person. I definitely recommend everybody hit Darnell up. Even if you don't think you're Darnell's type, honey, Darnell got personality. He sounds like he's gonna have fun with you, honey. Um, I have two more questions before I let you go, Darnell.
okay.
And like I said at the beginning of the live, anytime I ask a question you don't feel like answering or you don't feel comfortable answering, you can pass. But we did talk a little bit about your ex. If you could give the audience any reason, or if you could give the audience the main reason for the breakup, what would you say? What would that be?
Communication.
A
I think
thereof?
lack thereof. I think communication was lacking. I think, yeah, communication was lacking. We could have been better. We could have did better.
Gotcha, gotcha. And Darnell, why would someone be lucky? Why would a man be lucky to have you?
Well, it really depends on if you like fine chocolate, right? If you like the finer things in life, then you will be lucky to have me because the chocolate doesn't melt in your mouth, for real. It's real Godiva over here. You'd be lucky because you never have a boring day with me. The consistency of this personality has been here for 32 years. It's going to be here. It's just going to get worse as I get older. Um, and I think um, I think that I always be wanting more.
Mm. Based on this conversation, I would say that Darnell is telling the exact truth.
The whole
I,
truth and
I
nothing
would
but the
say,
truth.
I would say that there have been no lies detected. I have enjoyed my time with you, Darnell, and give the people your IG. Tell the people your Instagram.
My Instagram is I am your leader dot one. Mhm.
Thank you for coming on, friend. You
Thank
have
you for having me.
been the first guest of LGBTQ plus live on IG.
Yes. Shout out to you, and I'm so proud of you and your platform. I wanted to make
Thank
sure I could come on and bless you and wish you nothing but success. Hopefully, you find all the girls love, especially the Baltimore girls. It's Baltimore Pride Week. Won't he do it? So,
shout out to everybody. Happy Pride Month.
yes, happy Pride Month. Hopefully, the people will have a good time for Pride. I will be out in Pride in Baltimore.
If you are now out in Baltimore or in DC, feel free to speak. And feel free to hit him up on his IG. That is I am your leader dot one. IAMYOURLEADER dot one. All right,
Thank you,
Darnell, thank
Bree.
gonna hold you no longer.